Well, hello everybody. My sleeves turned up, so this is I'm actually going to do an unboxing. I'm actually quite nervous because this is expensive, and if I've made a mistake, I'm in trouble. Okay. Oh, I hope I got this right. This was so expensive. Ooh, I can immediately see that the colour's not quite right, but it'll do. It's okay, but that is not right. Okay. Actually, it looks good on camera. Not quite the way it's meant to be in real life. There's always a difficulty with printing red, and the red, I can see on the camera it looks quite red. In real life, that looks more like red wine. It looks like burgundy. Now, let's make sure that we fit. Yeah, this is not a very good color red, but it works. Nobody's going to complain. The red is very dark. So there we have our box. It's nice and shiny. It looks good. It's just the red is miles out. That's a very long way out. Are they all like this? Wow. Okay. Well, I finally have a box. We can work with this. We can use it. That is a bit disappointing. Where did I keep my prototype? Where have I got it? Let me check, and we can compare them. Yeah, you can. I suppose you can see a bit on the camera that obviously the prototype is a lot more red. This is kind of like wine. That's not that good, to be honest. I'm disappointed. I mean, it's okay. Apart from that red it's really bad. I'm going to colour check this. So this is back from my days in the publishing industry. So whenever you're dealing, especially with colour like red, you use colour match cards. Red, red, red. Red colour codes. So I can match. So this is my prototype. We can see the colour there matches up against pure red. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Let me just try and find it. I'm on the wrong place. So I can match my colour red up against pure red, which is what I've got. And you can see that's way down. That's well out. There's about 3 stops different. Wow. It's okay, we can work with it, but that's a lot of money spent to come back the wrong colour. That is disappointing. But at least we've finally got a box. We've got a retail box at last. Okay, so when I was doing the unboxing, I really wanted it to be a happy video. But honestly, I hate this printing, and I think they've made a mistake. And what they've done is when I look at the colours and I match them, we have these colour match cards. So if you're dealing in print, what you see on a computer screen is made with light, but what's printed is made with ink, and it's a different mixing process. And you really need to be able to create print files that are in the CMYK color space, as they call it, rather than the RGB color space of your monitor. So we use these cards so we can get the exact shade. And of course I've gone through and I've matched everything, and what I can see is everything on my prototype is the correct codes that I wanted, the correct colours. And then I realised everything on this, it has 36% black put on top. And I realised that by the moment I matched, there's yellow text on the back. And the moment I matched it, it's like mustard coloured. This isn't yellow. It might look yellow on the video, but it's kind of mustard colour. And everything's too dark. And then I went and checked all the colours, and everything's got this 36% black. I think it's what's called an overprint. So quite often, if you want deep glossy blacks in printing, you print your black and then you do an overprint, so you print the black again. And also to get it really deep and glossy, you print something called a shiner, which is where you print blues and magentas first, and then you print the black on top, and it just gives it a richness. It's called a shiner. It's like a black eye. It's a shiner. And so I very carefully, you know, having a background in publishing, doing dozens of book covers, I very carefully balanced all this. And I think what they might have done is, this is kind of the white on the unit. On my version, it's kind of blown out, and I think they've darkened it to bring out the detail. But they didn't just do the whole element; they've darkened the whole thing. So I am disappointed with this. I just didn't want to be disappointed during the unboxing. I was trying to be happy, and so I'm very upset. Okay, what else is going on? Our nice lady in China sent me some audio chips. So we definitely have real chips from the real factory. How close is the ghost, which is the important part, has, it looks like we finally got everything ready to start recording. It's taken longer, and the reason it's taken longer, as well as family issues, is it's a much bigger game. So think of Bewilder and Psychotronic Mind have about 600 audio files, and How Close is the Ghost has 1,000. So it's a really big deal, and it just means everything's bigger exponentially. It takes longer with the sound mixing and things. We're already onto that, so we've already got some of it done, because we have to start working on sound effects and sound design. So we're doing it a little bit backwards, so the actual acting and dialogue will come probably the last thing before the mix. I've got to go and deal with this now. I've got to go and deal with the packaging company.